Karlstein am Main is a municipality in the Aschaffenburg district in the Regierungsbezirk of Lower Franconia in Bavaria, Germany. Geography. Location: Karlstein am Main lies on the River Main, and on the railway between Frankfurt am Main and Aschaffenburg, 16 km northwest of Aschaffenburg. Constituent communities: Karlstein, Zorstaler, Dettingen and Großweldsheim. History. Prehistory. Karlstein finds itself on old, historic ground, as witnessed by many finds from before the Christian era. The place name Dettingen suggests an Alemannic settlement, and the place name Großweldsheim a Frankish one. First mentions. Großweldsheim had its first documentary mention in a donation document from the Lorsch Abbey in 772. Then, the village was called Wallenesheim. The place name has the heim ending that was typical for places founded in Frankish times. The name comes from a count named Waller who held sway in the Main-Gebiet. Dettingen had its first documentary mention in a donation document from Emperor Otto II. Battle of Dettingen. The War of the Austrian Succession brought about, among other things, a battle in the Karlstein area on the 27th of June 1743. The Battle of Dettingen. The so-called Pragmatic Army, made up of 35,000 Britons, Hanoverians and Austrians, found itself fighting a 70,000-strong French army. The Pragmatic Army overcame the French, thus giving rise to the legend of the Wandering Englishman, which has been handed down in Dettingen to this day. The Battle of Dettingen marked the last time a British monarch, King George II, personally led his troops into battle. George Frederick Handel wrote the Dettingen Te Deum in honor of the British victory, which was first performed on the 27th of November 1743, exactly 5 months after the battle began, in George II's presence. Amalgamation. In the course of municipal reform in Bavaria came the merger of the two communities of Dettingen and Großweldsheim on the 1st of July 1975. In a vote, the new community's citizens decided on the name Karlstein, which had cropped up as early as sometime about 1000 in a description of the Aschaffenburg forest region, and was also the name given an old community limit stone between Dettingen and Großweldsheim. Name's origin. The name Karlstein supposedly, according to a traditional anecdote, goes back to Charlemagne. Charlemagne often found himself in Seligenstadt, right across the river, and was much given to hunting in the Spessart. To reach there, he would cross the Main in his ship to the place then still known as Dettingen. The stone at the landing, or even the limit stone between Dettingen and Wallenesheim, then came to be known as Karlstein. Politics. Community Council. The council is made up of 20 council members, not counting the mayor. Coat of arms. The community's arms might be described thus: Party Profess Wavy, Azure, the cross of Dettingen, Argent, an atom symbol with 3 orbits of the first and a nuclear skulls. The wavy parting refers to the community's location on the Main, which is also part of the community's name. Since the community was formed out of the two former communities of Dettingen and Großweldsheim in 1975, the arms display charges from each former community's arms. The uniquely shaped cross above the parting is the so-called Cross of Dettingen. It comes from late Gothic times and is found in St. Hippolytus's church in the constituent community of Dettingen. The atom symbol below the parting is taken from the arms formerly borne by the community of Großweldsheim. Within community limits, Germany's first nuclear power station was built, although it was only experimental. In 1960, it began feeding electricity into the power grid. The reactor was shut down in 1985, and by the end of 2008, it had been fully removed. The arms have been borne since the 13th of October 1977. Economy. Nuclear power stations. On 13 November 1960, the Karl nuclear power plant, which despite the name is wholly within Karlstein's limits, came into service. The neighboring community of Karl am Main merely stood godfather at the christening. On 25 November 1985, after running for 25 years, the power station was shut down. In 1988 began the first dismantling work, which ended by late 2008. On the same land stood the Grossweltsheim hot steam reactor, which has been fully dismantled since 1998.